So good afternoon, September the 26th, 2013. This is CISG113, Section 1, Information Security and Privacy. Today is day number 4 in the second week of the semester. So let's get started. Good afternoon, welcome back to this class, CISG113, Section 1, Information Security and Privacy. When you are here, look for a table which is fewer than 4 persons and be seated. And you should find in front of the table your piece of A4 paper, A4, right? And would you please fold that A4 paper into A5? Once you did it, it's very good because you need the A5 to write down some notes, okay? If you look at the calendar for this week, week number 2, okay? The theme of this week is, if you look at the Y screen, okay, this is week number 2, it's Common Module 1. Common Module 1 with the specific theme called Introduction to IT and Knowledge Society, okay? So we are going to talk about information technology, IT, and Knowledge Society. And remember, on day number 3, the first day of class in this week, we have introduced to you the meaning of inquiry-based learning because we are in the very first contract. Okay, we're in the very first contract. So in this particular contract, we emphasize your learning particular capacity to do inquiry-based learning. So on Monday, we introduce to you inquiry-based learning, and we invite you to do some exercise on inquiry-based learning in class. So now, I would like you to use the A5 paper, the first A5 paper you have here, okay? Within your table, you come up with, remember the last exercise I invite you to do is to come up with a statement of inquiry-based learning, all right? So I just give you 3 minutes now, because I don't want to waste too much time. And I want you to collect ideas from each member in your table. What is IBL? Okay, one idea from each person in your table. All right. So what is IBL? Now you use your A5 paper, the first piece of A5 paper, to answer these particular questions. All right. It's very important because you're contributing to your table's understanding of inquiry-based learning, which is a review. It's very important for today's class on information technology and knowledge society. Okay? You have 3 minutes time. Each one of you write some idea on your A5 piece of paper, which you have just floated, okay, from an A4 paper. Your idea. So each one of you contribute one idea. Okay, thank you. So would you please just, yeah, you got one already. So you can write right here, and you can write right here, right here, right here, okay? One idea. So your table's basic understanding of IBL, we cannot use more than 3 minutes to do that. So each one of you, 3 minutes, okay? IBL, okay? We want to help you to review what we have done on day number 3 first, okay? Welcome back. You need to find a table. Oh, you can pick any table now because all the tables are 4 persons at this point. You want to create your own table, but it's okay, don't worry. Do you think you have enough members? I think so. Let me just open the door. Okay. I have 21 students in this class. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Okay, we should have some more students coming up, all right? So you have fewer than 2 minutes now. So I hope that each table would gather ideas about IBL. So each one of you in your table should contribute one idea on IBL so that you can put them together. Okay? So first of all, I would like you to take one piece of this table of paper and float it into A5 half and then how. So you use an A5 piece of paper to follow the instructions, and the first thing we do is to review what we did on IBL last time, and so I would like you to put down, this is just the syllabus, okay? It's put here for your convenience. You should have picked one already, all right? So, yes, in case you feel lonely as one person at one table, you can join any table, okay? Thank you. So, you got it, right? So we're down to 1 minute left. So as a student, suppose you are being interviewed now to tell your ideas of what it's IBL all about. So you got one idea on your piece of A5 paper to share with others. So what I'm going to share with you now as an important review of our last lessons is the students' view on IBL, okay? So would you please pay attention to the screen now?
Can you tell me a little bit of what you think inquiry-based learning might be?
Okay, well, to me, inquiry-based learning is related to a research project, essentially, because that's what I do day-to-day. I'm a postgraduate researcher. So inquiry-based learning is about spending time looking for information that's relevant to the topic that you have in hand.
I think it's a lot to do with self-directed learning. From my experience in our first and second year, we're given a lot more lectures, not spoon-fed if you like, but a lot more shown the path basically. But now in our fourth and fifth year, we're basically left to it. We're taught the skills in which we can teach ourselves. So I think that's what it would mean.
Can you please describe what you think inquiry-based learning is?
Okay, I think inquiry-based learning encompasses lots of different things. It's a break from the kind of traditional kind of parrot fashion kind of learning, just looking at books and things like that. It's combining elements of teamwork, collaborative learning, and using new technologies as well to facilitate learning and doing your own research as well.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you heard about 1 minute and 10 seconds introductions of students' feedback on inquiry-based learning. Now, use that minute's information that you gather together with the idea you put down in your A5 piece of paper. Now, I want you to spend 3 minutes more to write down your statement of inquiry-based learning in your A5 piece of paper. Your statement of inquiry-based learning in that A5 piece of paper. 3 minutes, okay? What do you make of it? IBL, based on your previous understanding, your earlier 3 minutes gathering of ideas, and this 1.1 minute feedback from students on inquiry-based learning. It's very important. You try to make up something on your own, okay? Yes. So you're going to write down your own statements of IBL in not more than 3 minutes, okay? Remember, this is your statement, your statements of IBL. Of course, you can share ideas with your fellow members on the table, but it's very important that you pool ideas together and make it your own. This is a knowledge construction process, okay? If you don't do it, you will never get something out of your own. In the past, normally the teacher will give you the definitions, okay? And ask you to remember the definitions, but this is not what we are doing in this class, okay? I want you to create something of your own based on your understanding of that. And that is your definition. You have 2 minutes left, okay? Yeah, make the best use of your pieces of A5 paper, which is transformed from the large piece of A4 paper. You have a lot to write down today when we go into the lessons, okay? So you have to learn to have this habit of putting down something after you have heard something or watched something, okay? For your convenience, I put one copy of our syllabus on each table in case you forgot to bring your own, okay? It's very important that you have the ideas of IBO. Forgive me because I'm very time sensitive. 1.5 hours per class, I have to make it into student sharing, teachers teaching, and housekeeping. And today we have 6 students sharing, remember that. So starting from the second half hour, we have 6 students sharing. Okay, so may I invite each table, okay? So each table, any one of you will contribute your statement of IBL so that we can understand what IBL is all about. Maybe we start from this table. Help us to understand your statement of IBL from any one of you, okay? Here we go. So, are you ready? Yeah. Do you need to pass the microphone? Okay. Yes, welcome back. Here we go. Welcome back. So, yes, thank you very much. Introduce yourself.
My name is Catherine.
Thank you. Your statement of IBL.
Yes, in my point of view, IBL is a kind of active learning. It will not only depend on textbooks, but it will learn through communications and group discussion. Coming out the questions by ourselves is a way of IBL learning. And spend time looking for information by the students themselves can also learn a lot.
Well, that's very good.
It's the end of my
Okay.
discussion.
Could you pass the microphone to any table you choose? Thank you. Thank you very much. So, your turn. Any volunteer from your table to help us understand your versions of IBL? Anyone is okay. Yes, tell us your statements of IBL, but introduce yourself. Thank you.
We think that IBL is learning by doing research and getting knowledge. It contains teamwork and independent thinking.
Thank you.
I think it gives students more freedom, and students can hold knowledge by themselves. I also think the important thing is in this lesson, students lead class and students is central in in this lesson. People just help them, and the students play the most important role in this lesson. They can research anything what they really interested in, and do more research for that, and they come up the result with their partners. So I think that's what that's all my opinion.
What's your name? Your name?
Oh, sorry. My name is Joyce.
Joyce, thank you very much. Could you pass the microphone to one table of your choice?
Okay.
Thank you. So your table's versions of IBL or your personal idea of IBL. Introduce us who you are.
Okay, my name is Samuel, and what is IBL? I think that it's the learning that what is active, and you can choose the project that you really want to learn, and you start and to find the answer, to find the information what is interesting you want to start. And students can discussion and to do the researching, and it is the independent learning, I think.
Yes, it's very good, independent learning, but sometimes it also involves teamwork, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so have you finished?
Yes.
Okay, would you please pass the microphone to one table? We have 2 tables left. Thank you. A lot of chance to express yourself. Thank you.
My name is Charita. Reading IBL is the improvement of self-learning. IBL can improve your skill about teamwork, reading, writing, communicating, etc. It also increases your knowledge and understanding about the information, many kinds of information. That you become more active, more interested.
Thank you. Do you have anything left to add? Okay, thank you. So the last table, we are asking each table to contribute their table's statements of IBL. It could come from any one of you, but please help us to understand your versions. Introduce yourself, please.
My name is Albert.
Thank you.
In my perspective, because IBL, it's like when your mom gives you food, and IBL is how you chew the food in order to digest them.
Okay.
So when a professor gives you lectures or like books, or when you read them, you have to in order to digest them more efficiently and more effectively, you have to discuss with your classmates, find more questions in order to understand it more in deep, and raise questions to the professor so you can understand it more clearly for your perspective. So I think IBL is like that, your team. It's like teamwork.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Albert. Any more from your team members?
Any more?
Okay, that's good enough. Thank you. Now let's come back to the very simple conclusions of IBL from the videos that you watch. When we talk about inquiry-based learning, we talk about asking questions, okay? So whenever we talk about IBL, we believe that any persons involved in the IBL context of learning will have questions to ask. But sometimes we need to figure out what exactly is the question we're asking. If we cannot figure out the question we're asking, we may be asking too many questions and we cannot have a focus. If we could not have a focus on what we study, then it will be something like a lot of waste of time going around beating the bush. You see that? So when we talk about IBL, we also talk about, we start from some essential question. And based on the essential question, we start our exploration. The explorations include discovering more, finding informations, looking into the informations, sorting things out. We call it analysis. And then we try to make sense of the data discovered. We call it interpretations. And then eventually we try to come up with our versions of interpretation, which is considered as conclusion. Or sometimes we call it lesson learned. So inquiry-based learning will involve us to ask some essential questions based on a specific topic. Okay, so in this week, as I have mentioned at the beginning of the class, we have a theme. Okay, the theme for this week is Common Module 1. Introductions to IT and Knowledge Society. And we spent the first day discussing IBL as one way for us to understand information technology and knowledge society. Now, I have to watch my time very carefully. I have 10 minutes left. So I would like you to think about this in your table, okay? Just 2 minutes. What is information technology? IT. All right? A very simple question. What is information technology? IT. All right? This is the first question. The second is, what is knowledge society? What is knowledge society? Now, if you are careful enough and you know that these two essential questions constitute the readings for this second week. So if you go to the readings of the second week, you will be guided into what is information technology, what is knowledge society. This is something that I'm looking forward to your sharing next week. Okay? So you do not need to be anxious to answer me today, because without doing the exercise and picking your topic, you may not have as much perspective as you could share with us next week. But I just want you to use your mind to ask questions based on your previous understanding of what is IT, what is knowledge society. Let's do it one by one. Let's spend 5 minutes time to ask this question. What is IT? Now, I want you to get ideas from your table members, okay, and see if we could have something which could be interesting. Now, I cannot spend over 10 minutes here because I would like to give you the time to share. All right? So, talk about it. What is IT? Look at the word information technology and ask questions. Okay? Start doing it. 5 minutes. Go ahead. What is IT? Some more paper, throw it into A5, so that you can have 8 pieces of paper right now. So what is IT? Ask questions, very important. Yes, fill this up, fill your A5 papers up. You should use the second piece of A5 paper to fill up your ideas. Yes, it's time for you to talk. Don't be shy. Talking is highly encouraged in this class during discussion time. You have 2 minutes left to discover on your own what is IT, information technology. Of course, you can go online with your mobile devices, but it's much better for you to spend time thinking and gather ideas from your fellow members, because this is a legitimate and manageable question for you to handle. You can definitely handle this question within the time given. What is IT, information technology, based on your understanding of this term? What is IT? It's these IT? Yes, yes. It's these IT? Yes. Someone say yes. Okay. So I guess you got some ideas now. Some of you got it from your mobile phones, smartphones. Some of you got it from your devices. Could I give you some hints on what is IT? Now listen and watch and gather information from it. This is directly taken from here.
Information technology, IT. It's this, and this. IT is wow. It's stuff your parents haven't even thought of yet. IT is moving, it's mixing, sharing, and more. IT is solving a problem, thinking and processing. IT is making money, saving lives, changing the world. It's a living, it's a life. IT is in your pocket. It's at your fingertips. It's here, there, and everywhere. IT is on CSI, in business, in the lab, it's in the hospital, on the radio, in the movies. IT is behind eBay, iTunes, and Facebook. IT is people who make it work, who figure it out, make it happen. That's it. That's IT. Information technology. Talk to your school counselor. Take the classes. You're it.
So you got some ideas. So what exactly is IT? You got the idea? If I say, teacher, what is IT? I will tell you, I teach. That means IT. IT means I teach. You see? But I cannot give you this definition because this is a joke, right? So based on your understanding of IT, together with what this sub-video, this is within 1 minute, as I told you, what is IT? Information technology. This is it. IT. It, right? Now I would like you to spend not more than 5 minutes time on each table, do the exercise again to formulate your statement of what is IT, okay? And then I'm going to invite you to share with us your statement of IT. What is IT? And after your sharing, we are going to invite individual students, today we have 6, to come to do the sharing for us based on last week's reading. So you need to talk to your members at the table to gather ideas of what they think about this. So when it's time for your table, share your statement of what is IT. You have something to share. It's your time to talk, yes. What is IT from your table's perspective? It's okay. You can do that. So you have 2 minutes left to come up with your statement of IT, all right? So you see, I believe this is a very worthwhile exercise for my students to do once they have thought about questions. They spend time thinking about this, brainstorm about this, and they get information from the video that they just watched. And now it's time for them to formulate their own ideas of what this is all about. What is IT? And I guess this is kind of exercise which can encourage my students to do more active learning in class. And they get used to doing things in class, step by step, so that later on when we do collaborative activities together, like writing in class, it will be much easier. Stay tuned. Okay, time's up. May the first table there come up with your versions of the 1 minute? Okay, 1 more minute. It's okay. One more minute. It's okay, you'll get used to it. Don't get nervous. We need to learn how to formulate our own ideas about what's going on in the world today. Information technology is an important component of our living, so we need to come up with something that it's our own interpretations of it. Here we go. It's time. Any other volunteer but not able to speak?
They are so shy.
Okay, you need to encourage them to do that. Okay.
I think I means to use computer or other equipment, electrical equipment to save or to find some information and to use it. And you can use it to solve the problem or to design something. And you can find the IT in anywhere, anytime, any place. For example, hospital and school, home, or university, anywhere. So IT just improve your life and you can live it. That's all.
Okay, that's very rich indeed. Could you please choose one table to carry on with the statement of IT? Okay. Yes, here we go. We have the second table.
Hello, my name is Tom.
Thank you, Tom.
IT has included a wide range of fields better. And for example, book, music, newspaper, video, even earning money is a kind of information technology.
Okay.
The most important factor is about computer network.
Okay.
From the discussion, it shows that the world is changing.
Okay, that's very interesting. Okay, thank you. You pass the microphone to this table. Thank you. Yes?
My name is Magnolia.
Okay, Magnolia.
Okay, and in my opinion, I think IT is a technology that in everywhere of our life. We can find it in companies and in hospital and in people's everyday life. Also, IT changed the world to be faster and more convenient and make the society to develop.
Okay.
And also, IT in that way, IT can help people from all over the world to communicate and to get more knowledge and the things they want.
That's very good. It's very exciting. Thank you very much. Could you pass the microphone to one table of your choice right here? Thank you. Yes, thank you. We got the boys teams here. Yes, thank you.
I'm Vancy.
Fancy, thank you.
IT is everything that makes it easy for us to get information, deal with information. It may be something we can see and touch, like for example, the telephone and computer. It may also be something that we can't see, like the internet and something else.
Yes.
IT exists everywhere, in the classroom, on the bus, in the dormitory, even in the toilet.
Yes, that's true.
And it also exists every moment when we do our homework and have classes. It's my opinion.
Thank you, Fancy. That's very rich. And your definition is very much tailored to the I of IT, indeed, the information. Thank you. Would you please pass the microphone to the last table? Yes, here we go.
Hello everybody, my name is Leila.
Leila.
Yes, we think IT is a technology that people use to store information and process, share and protect information. For example, hospital and banks use computers to store people's information and some security software.
Yes.
And we can live without IT because it makes life so much convenience for us.
Thank you very much. It's a very essential statement. IT makes life so much convenient for us. Any objections to that? No, I don't think so. What if we do not have IT today? So that's very good. Now, let me try to provide my personal suggestions of IT. I believe IT is definitely a technology, right? Because it's a technology that we use. So this technology has something to do with what? With the I, information, right? So IT is basically a particular kind of technology which has something to do with information. Well, when we talk about technology that has something to do with information, it could be a television, it could be a computer, it could be a phone, it could be a display, it could be anything that has to do with information. So it's very broad, right? So this is my personal thinking about this. Now we have stepped into the second half hour. We have 6 students today who are going to share with us. So let me see the 6 students. I sent out a discussion themes today on the 6 students. So if you look at these one, So you see that we have Galen. Are you here? Thank you. So Magnolia. So do you need anything else in order to share your reading last week? Do you need a computer, or you can just stand up and to help us to understand? You want to show this? PPT? Oh, you have a PPT. So the difficulty is you must have the PPT installed in the computer first, right? Because we cannot just project your device PPT into the screen. Let's see, do you have a USB or something? Or next time you must send your PPT to me first, okay? Okay, let me see. Can you send me an email? Because right now I do not have it here. You need to send it to me next time earlier, okay? Because the time is wasting now. Maybe you can send it to me during the sharing of other students. So then send me an email with that, okay? So Magnolia, do you need anything else? You can, okay, then we'll let you go first, right? Because Galen is going to send me the PPT during your sharing, so that maybe you can go first, all right? So Magnolia is going first, and then Catherine is the next person. Magnolia, you ready? No. Oh, Catherine, are you here? Catherine? Okay, Catherine, maybe you go first. Yes. Okay, then you can just go to the computer, you plug in the USB, and then you start using the PowerPoint. Yeah. That's good. That's much more easier. Let's see. Yes. Yes. I think this is one right. Not this one. This one. Use it. You go to the slideshow now. Yes, now it's time for Catherine. Catherine has brought a USB and with a PowerPoint. The microphone right here, Yeah. Thank you, Catherine. Take your time, 5 minutes.
And today I'm going to talk about this information privacy. Do you know what is information privacy? Do you guys have any ideas about this? So let us talk about information privacy. Information privacy is the privacy of personal information and usually relates to personal details which store on your computer systems. It is also known as data privacy. Some personal information about medical records, financial data, criminal records, business-related information, and website data such as Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Information privacy relates to different data types such as, first, Internet privacy. Another name is called online privacy. Internet privacy is the privacy and security level of personal data. It is a broad term that refers to a variety of factors, techniques, and technologies used to protect sensitive and private data, communications, and privacy. And internet privacy has some risk. For example, an internet hacking activity can steal our username, including password, bank account number, security PIN, and credit card number. And how to avoid it and minimize the risk, we can use some software, for example, the firewall and antivirus, to protect your computer. Secondly, there is financial privacy. The term is also used to describe the issue of financial institutions selling customer information to other companies, so that these companies may use that for marketing and especially telemarketing purpose. Nowadays, this is very often happened. Lastly, it's about medical privacy. Medical privacy, also called healthcare privacy, is the practice of keeping information about a patient confidential. This involves both conversational discretion on the part of healthcare providers and the security of medical records. These terms can also refer to the physical privacy of patients from other patients and providers while in a medical facility. Modern concerns include the degree of disclosure to insurance companies, employers, and other third parties. And this is the end of my presentation.
Thank you very much, Kathleen. You did a very good job in helping us to understand the privacy issue on different aspects. So thank you. Make sure you remember to take back your USB, okay? So after Kathleen, Sophie, are you here? Sophie? Yes, thank you, Sophie. Do you need any other USB device? Okay, then you can just stand up and pick up the microphone.
Well, hello everyone. Today I want to share some of my journals of reading last week about information security. About the definition, I just want to express information security briefly. Information security is the practice of defending information, unauthorized access, use, disclosure, disruption, modification, perusal, inspection, recording, or destruction. Information security includes two aspects. The first one is information technology that we mentioned in the first period, and information assurance. There are three core principles about information security. Number one is confidentiality, and number two is integrity, and number three is availability.
Very good.
And this is my reading results of last week. And there is one thing I want to share with you guys about information security. It is very interesting. Well, last week when I logged my chatting software of Tencent company, I found that I couldn't log in because my password is stolen by somebody else. Actually, I was shocked because I was thinking about what if my personal information was known by somebody else for some harm purpose.
Yes.
Then I asked Tencent company for account protecting service. Fortunately, I found my account back and modified my password. I think it's an example of information security. I think I've learned a lot to protect my personal information, related to information security. I know the importance of information security. So this is my sharing with you guys this week.
Thank you. Thank you, Sophie. You did a very good job. And then let's see who's the next person. Lexi, are you here? Thank you. You just pick up the microphone. You can just go back to your table and share with it. You don't need to use it. Yeah, okay. Do you want to go back to your online journal?
Yes.
Okay. Can you get back? Do you need my help?
Not in mine.
Okay, let me just help you. It's easier because that is within my account. You cannot do anything. All right? Yes. So you go back here. And then come to this journal. So when you see your journal entries, let me know. Let's see. Wow, you guys are very hardworking already. Thank you very much. It's Magnolias. Something. Practice. Yes. You manage. Okay, it's next his term.
And I want to share the information security, and I think anyone will know something basic about that, and I will talk something about my opinion. Yes, and I think the security is something to protect our information, and something didn't want to another one know, and I think the privacy and society is the one of the sides, because maybe using the example of our accounting, and maybe the accounting is anyone have their own account, but we need to log in and to protect my project or something company information, and that is the security and the privacy in the ones of the side improve that. And if I think and you want to have something privacy, you need to improve the security, because there is some hacker or some skills can be stolen and broken. And I found a video about something.
資訊保安簡介。
The video is the Chinese can.
It's okay.
Anyone? Okay. And to pray.
係。
無論對個人或機構嚟講，資訊係一項重要嘅資產。資訊保安係指對資訊資產加以保護，以求達到機密性 （confidentiality）、完整性 （integrity） 同埋可用性 （availability） 三項基本原則。
And the CIA review and we were learning and last week, and intelligence and affability. That is what I'm talking about the account. We need to log in and get our privacy informations.
機密性一般係拒絕所有未經授權人士存取受保護資訊，避免資料外泄。最普遍嘅方法係通過設定帳號同埋密碼，防止他人未經授權而進入電腦。另一個例子係將文件加密，以免資料內容喺傳送同埋儲存過程中泄漏。完整性一般係指禁止任何未經授權嘅刪改，確保資訊完整同埋準確。數碼簽署係一項常用嘅技術，用以確認資料嘅完整性，以免重要資料被篡改，以引致金錢同埋聲譽上嘅損失。可用性一般係確保系統任何時候均可正常運作，並隨時因應需求提供可用嘅資訊，例如設置後備電腦同埋設施，以及安裝能夠還原受損資料嘅備份系統等，確保資訊系統時刻保持順利運作。資訊保安範疇一般包括以下部分。
And the security not about the oneself of their system, and need to anyone anytime in to protect their privacy, because you don't know and if anyone will steal it and using by to do something better. So that is what I want to share in this day. Yes.
Thank you very much, Lexi. Thank you. You did some very good research, looking up a very interesting video. So after Lexi, let me go back. It's okay, let me handle it. We still have 2 persons, I guess. So, Charito, are you ready? Do you need to use the computer, or you can just stand there? Just stand. Okay. Then you can just stand at your table, maybe. Yes, pick up the microphone first. Thank you very much. That's your classroom. Very good. Yes.
Why?
Very good.
Good afternoon. My name is Charito. First, we talk about the social engineering. Actually, I cannot understand social engineering. Sorry, I couldn't understand social engineering during the class. So I tried to find some information at home. I found that social engineering is a person to try many kinds of methods to steal. A person try to find many kinds of methods to get some information about a person or a computer. The methods are communication, sham, and cheating, blah blah blah, etc. The person is just not a hacker to steal your information. Nowadays, social engineering also success in our living. We must pay more attention on it and be more careful to around us, to something around us. Okay, then I have selected information security CI to wit. I consider information security means that it can protect and manage our data, computer, software, and hardware, blah blah blah, etc. This is a funny article, I think. There are some solution guidelines and generic documentation help us to know more about information security. I think this article is the main idea of this article is how to develop and document information security policy and procedures. After I read this article, I know information security is designed to protect CIA. When you talk about information security, you must to remember CIA, these 3 letters. C stands for confidentiality, I stands for integrity, A stands for availability. We usually lose our CIA of computer system data because we can't to be stronger to protect our information. The result will be very serious for us. And the article also suggests many ways you can defend. First, protection. Protect your information access from security breaches. Detection. Detect the finding of security breaches. With one, we have to overcome the effect of security breaches. We cover the CIA of information access. I think if you can do this thing, you may be able to defend your information data of computer, software, hardware, blah blah blah, etc. The article also developed the security, information security in the 3 parts. First part, risk management, assess the importance of your information access. Part 2, example of threat and weakness. And part 3, baseline controls. Help your organization understand the security issue. There is, I think this is the guidelines of information security. These guidelines are in the public domain to understand. If you can follow the guidelines, you will know the security information security clearly. I'm sorry. Okay. what I say is just my understanding and the point of view. Anyway, thank you for attention.
Thank you, Charita. Thank you very much. Let me just come back to help Galan. Galan, have you sent me the PowerPoint through my email?
Another way. First, log into my...
Okay. Do you need, because next time if you need the PowerPoint, you must send me. Yes. You ask someone else to lend you the USB and then you can download the USB from internet. Can you do that? They have USB? If you, yes. Maybe they can help you do that? Okay, that's very important. And you see, you use a lot of IT devices. All right, so yes, take it as an external devices. Yes, very, very important. And then you plug this into the USB port and start here. Yes. Yeah. See if it works. Yes, anyone should do. And then you have to know. Yes. Let's see. Check if it's detectable on the devices. Not this one, not this one. Is this one? No, I don't think so. That means your device cannot be recognized yet. It's because some of the computer cannot recognize your mobile device. Okay, right here. Yeah. Let's go. Which folder? Yes. Just now, yes, very good. Right. Okay, good. You go to the slideshow and pick up the microphone. Okay. Yeah, this is the slideshow view. Say slide up, slide faster. Let's see. Here we go. Thank you. Now we have Galan helping us to understand his questions. Yes, speak into the microphone.
I think I'm not fortunate because I'm the last people. And my words are said by those front of me, and I have less word to say because you guys know what I will say. And I will tell you about something for information security. This word is incorrect because I'm careless. Sorry. Information security refers to protection of these assets. The assets refers to information because information is so useful for our modern life. And in order to achieve CIA is the goal of information security. And the C refers to something. If you submit a profile onto a website, no one else can use your data unless purpose is agreed. And I refers to your personal information shouldn't be changed in any way or by the website company staff. And the A refers to your personal information is available to you anytime, anywhere. For business cases, those sales figures should be available to their owners when needed. And these three words refers to confidentiality and integrity and availability. And I make a summary for this section. That the main idea of this system is going to protect our personal information which we are not willing to disclose, and those confidentiality from big companies. The system makes sure that our own information will only shown to the owner, not those unauthorized parties. And I have one question that I haven't solved. That's how can we believe that those web companies claim to keep our passwords safe and not used by their staff? I don't know if they use our password, how can we know that, and how can we find it back? So that's my sharing. Thank you.
Thank you, Galen. You bring up a very good question. And it's a very important question. How can we be sure that our private information's not being used by the staff of those companies? Well, I tell you what, your email account at the University of Macau is not known by you only, are also known by the administrator. So how can we be sure that they're not using our private information? So that is an ethical question. Okay, we're going to talk about ethics later. But today, again, I'm going to bring back the ELC colleagues who's going to help us to understand the practice of APA documentations. Later on in your writings, essays, or whatever report it is, you need to cite the sources. And there are certain method or pattern or practice to do that. And today, our ELC colleagues, Miranda and her colleagues will help you to understand that. Okay? So you need to learn the APA. You haven't said that, right? Okay. Then, okay. Miranda, I need you to be suspended for another 5 minutes because I have a last student to do the presentation. Only 5 minutes. Okay, sorry for that. Thank you. Sorry for that. Yes, thank you. Yeah, the microphone, sorry Miranda. My students are very good. Yes. Do you want to stand in front of the class or just stay at your table? It's up to you. It's good. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And hello everybody, I'm here to sharing my knowledge about information security today. And when I first time see this class and I see, information security and privacy, and I will come here to learn computers. But because my knowledge of information security before is all about the IT areas, it's about website and something like somebody will disturb my computers and something like that. It's all about IT. But during the first week reading, I find that my knowledge of information security is just a tip of the iceberg. And now I know the information security is about everything. It is in every area. It is in your ID card for your personal information, and your something information about your companies and even your studies. To be in brief, the information security is CIA. Maybe you hear CIA, you will think somebody wear a black suit and live in America. But today, the CIA is just 3 letters. The C is for confidentiality, and it reminds you to make sure that your information is just belong to yourself. And the I is for integrity. It is said that your information is not free for others to change for their mind. You will keep in as the first time you make it. However, to keep information security is not just close the door of all the information. You have to make sure your information can be given to anyone who needs it and whenever they need it. However, there's many risks around us, and information security is not always can be make sure in our everyday life. There is one good news and one bad news for us. The good news is there is many standards can make our information security. And the bad news is most standards like this, they are too belief and all-inclusive to be of any practical use. However, you don't need to feel sad because we have OIT. The OIT has already published a set of guidelines for information security which contains 3 parts. So you can read the guidelines carefully, and you will know how to protect your information. And that's all my sharing today. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. You did a good job. Thank you. Now, may I invite our ELC colleagues to come here to help us to understand the APA. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Hi. Thank you for teaching me something about in technology, information technology security. I think that's very important. I just got a message from ICTO this morning about that. Okay, so we have already met before, right? Yeah, Miranda and Tina. So today we are here to not only introduce you our service, but we'll tell you something about APA documentation style. Have you ever heard of APA? Or have you ever heard of documentation? No, okay. Anyways, we will start by doing a role play, okay? So I'm going to be a tutor at the writing center, and Tina is going to be one of you. She's going to pretend to be a student just like you, okay? So.
Hey, my professor asked us to write a paper. Sorry, I will restart. Hey, my professor asked us to write a paper about my university. Here's my writing.
Okay. This looks really familiar to me. So I think I might have read it somewhere. Let me Google it.
Okay.
Can you see all the red highlights? What does that mean? You plagiarized. Did you copy and paste from the internet?
But I already put the citation at the end of the paragraph.
Citation?
Yeah.
So this one?
Yes. In red.
Oh, okay. I'm glad that you know that we should give credit to the source. This part is from the university website, right?
Yeah.
But this is not the correct way to do it.
Okay. So, what's that? How to do it correctly?
Do you know what's the difference between something like we call summarizing, paraphrasing, and quotations?
No, I don't know.
Do you guys know what these are?
No.
Okay. You know summarizing, right? Okay, basically we tell what the original source says. Paraphrasing is rewriting something in your own words. Say, for example, if you get this from the university website and you really think this information is very important to your writing, you rewrite this using your own language. That's what we call paraphrasing, okay? Quotation means you can use the exact same words from the original source. So you can use the same words, but you need to put the whole part into quotations. That's called direct quotations or quotations. But of course, it's a little bit more complicated than that. You cannot just put quotation marks around it and say, hey, I did direct quotation, and it's fine. And also, you need to be able to use documentations correctly.
Yes.
Do you know what documentation is?
I'm not sure, but my professor told us that we should use APA documentation in our writing.
Okay. Different disciplines require their student to use different documentation style, such as today we're going to talk about APA, there's also MLA, Chicago. These are just different names of this documentation style. So if your professor wants you to use APA, then you use APA.
Okay. So how do I do when I use APA documentation in my writing?
So you don't know how to do it?
I don't know.
Okay. If you don't know how to do it, what should you do? Go to the writing center. Yes, you can come to us. I know I'm taking an opportunity to promote our service, but this is very important. All freshmen in the University of Macau are required to take English classes. So I'm sure many of you are taking ELC English classes. If you're taking level 1 or 2, then you may not hear about documentation in your English classes, but if you're taking level 3 or 4, then very soon you will learn about documentation style. But it doesn't matter which level you are attending, you can always come to the Writing Center and we'll show you how you can use APA documentation, or you can come to our workshop. Actually, on October 23rd, we are going to have a workshop on documentation style. So why is this important? Now I want to ask you, now we're not in the role play anymore. Can I ask you once again, why is it important to use documentations? Anyone? So important that Dr. Bat has to invite me to come here and talk to you about this. Why is that important? Hello, anyone? Okay. Why do you think APA documentation is important, or just documentation? Help you learn? Okay, so just now when I found out that Tina copied and pasted her work right, from the internet, what did I say? You what? Plagiarize. What does that mean? Get right. Very good. I wish I can give you a point. That's what I do in class. 1 point. So getting something from the internet, right, without citing the source. So it's actually okay to borrow information from elsewhere, but you need to use the right way to do so, and that's documentation is the way. And if you don't do it properly, you plagiarize. And what are some consequences of plagiarism? Consequences, results. If Tina's teacher found out that she plagiarized, what will happen to her? She will fail the assignment. What else? You may fail the course. Have you heard just this summer in Hong Kong what happened? 23 or 26 students plagiarized in the entrance exam, the university-wide entrance exam, and they got disqualified. So no university for them. So it can be really, really serious. But I'm not trying to threaten you here. I'm just going to tell you, actually there are ways to prevent that. Okay, so we just gave you a handout. This is the same almost the same handout that you will get if you come to our APA workshop. So in this handout, you can learn about what we called in-text citation and reference pages. There are basically 2 things that you need to know. In-text citation means it's very similar to what Tina did. After you borrow some information from the internet, at the end of the paragraph, you use a bracket and put the information in the bracket. But what Tina did was not correct, because all she put was University of Macau, right? So the proper way to do it is to include the name of the source, the page number, like that. Okay, so this handout shows you how to do it. Also, it also shows you, because as you know, if you borrow from different sources, the sources may be written by a number of writers, right? Or just one writer, or maybe there is no writer, or maybe it's a newspaper, or it's a journal, or it's a book. So all kinds of different sources that you can borrow from, and you can also check from this list and find out the proper way to cite. If you go to the last page here, I think it's 6. Yeah, not last page, but page 6. Do you see references? So basically, whenever you borrow something from elsewhere, from a book or from a website, you need to write down all the information. And at the end, the last page of your writing, you need to have a page that we call reference page. And then you have to basically format it the way that your citation style requires you to. So this one is APA style reference page. Okay. So documentation styles change all the time. Okay, so you cannot say, oh, Miranda, thank you very much for your handout. I'm going to keep this for the rest of my 4 years and I'll be okay. No, because chances is that this may get outdated sometimes, and if you want to get the updated version, you need to come to us or email us. But if you actually come to the Writing Center, we usually will have a more updated version of a handbook, and together we can always check how you can cite. Okay, or maybe some of your professors want you to use APA and you don't have an APA work handout, then you can come and we can always look up the information for you. Or actually you can go online. Sometimes information is also available online. Okay? So do you have an idea of what documentation means and why you need to do that? Yeah? It's not an easy concept. It's not something that I can teach you in 20 minutes, but when you actually start writing, like Dr. Bach said, this semester you're going to write reports or some kind of writing that will require documentation. By then, I'm sure you will have questions, okay? And you can always come to us and then we'll find out how to do that together, okay? Any questions? No. Okay. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. I encourage you to join the workshops, which is scheduled on October the 23rd by the ELC, to learn something more about the APA style. Okay? So thank you, Miranda. Thank you very much.
If you want to come to the workshop, just email us.
Yeah.
Give us your name, your student number, October 23rd. Okay?
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Miranda and Tina. Thank you very much. So the last episode of today's class, after the ELC's introduction, is that I need to give you some feedback on listening to your sharing. Well, I can tell you that those of you who share during this week, definitely each one of you will got 5 points. No deductions. This is the practice of me to encourage to go do sharing. But remember, before you do next week's sharing preparations, I hope you come to the link called online activities, okay? In the Moodle environment on day number 1. Underneath, there is a specific link called online activity. When you click into that link, all right? So let me see if I can come back to you if it is not being erased by someone else. Okay, right here. When you come to this particular link, this is day number 1. Look at this online activity. Here we go. I want you to study this link, Online Learning Journal, very carefully. Now, if I do not inform you this, I'm not helping you to learn what I expected. You're doing a very good job in sharing already, but here you must follow this particular thinking style or practice style to write your journal, because your journal can earn you throughout the semester 15 points. Okay, this is very important. What you do here in terms of your in-class sharing will give you bonus point every time. And definitely, if you share this week, each one of you will got 5 bonus points already, no deductions. All right. So when you do the journal, remember you follow the OIA format. O means observation. I means your personal interpretation. A means your lessons learned. Remember, you start by selecting a topic from each reading list. Okay? For example, in this second week and the first week, you see there are 2 chunks of reading material. You must select one from each chunk, okay? Select one, study it, and then you fill out your observation, you provide your interpretations, and you provide your expected lesson learned in your journal. This is very important. This is what we call a disciplined way to asking questions. When you read something, this is when you read it through your eyes and your brain will do some processing. You capture what you have read directly from the reading material. You put it under your observation. And normally you do it by a bullet point list, point by point. Okay? After you have collected the information from your reading item, you ask yourself the question, what does it mean? And when you try to link up the pieces together, you are providing your interpretation. Normally, each one of your interpretation could also be structured in terms of point form. Okay? That's what you think you're asking the questions. And finally, you must come to the very important context of application. You ask yourself this question, this is what I have observed, this is what I believe it's making sense to me. Now, what have I learned? A means you need to put down your individual pieces of learning. For example, in today's sharing, many of you have used the CIA as the axis to do your understanding for information security. Maybe you can learn something through the C, confidentiality. What does it mean for my pocket information? Maybe you can learn something from the I, integrity. Make it not change, no one is allowed to change it. Maybe you can learn it from your A, availability. Whenever I need to use it, I can use it. Give an example, for example, what? Okay, you have to train yourself to do this disciplined thinking. When you have your own set of OIA, next week, starting next week, you should have a partner with you. Your partner will have his or her set of OIA, and the two sets of OIA can be a very good foundation to do exchanges. So remember, before the end of this Saturday, you need to send me an email naming your partner from this class. Your partner's ID, your partner's full name, and your ID and your full name. So when you send me an email, CC to your partner. So if these two guys are partners of one another, the girl will send me an email giving me the same information as the boy, but her email will be CC to him, and his email to me will be CC to her. It's a double verification, okay? Just in case something misunderstanding might happen. Before the end of this Saturday, send me this email. So starting next week, I can give you one more tool, that is your peer discussion forum. Only the two of you can use it. All the other people cannot use it, okay? So the two of you can start exchanging information based on your journal's material, okay? Before the end of this Saturday, send me an email naming your partner. Only one partner this time, okay? Don't give two. Partner is one, a pair, all right? So later on, I will give you a chance to pair two pairs together to form a team. You design on your own, okay? So, having said that, allow me to come to the conclusions of today's class by taking attendance, all right? Attendance is very important starting from this week. So, today's Albert, are you here? Thank you, Albert. Anna, thank you. And then Horace. Horace, not here today. Okay. Lexi, yes. Long Hong, okay, thank you. Catherine, yes, thank you. And then this is Fancy, yes, Fancy is here. Hin, are you here? Thank you. And Kin Pan, thank you. Hello, thank you. Charles, are you here? Thank you very much. Lei Lam, thank you. Him Hing, Leila. Thank you. Patty, thank you. And then it's Galen, yes. And then it's Sophie, thank you. Charito, yes. And Wang Nei, thank you. And then it's Sorry, you need to teach me how to pronounce your name after that. Magnolia, yes, thank you. Jiang Wen Yu, thank you. And then, anyone who's missing? Only Horace, right? So it's okay. Thank you very much. It's time for you to go to the next class, catching your very last minute, if you have any class. If you don't have any class, you're free to stay. Okay? Thank you very much. I'm so glad that we come to the end of the second day and the second week. This is the end of day number 4 on September the 26th, 2013. This is CISG113, Section 1, Information Security and Privacy. Until next week, week number 3. Stay tuned.